What's good, everybody? The voice of the WGC back in the building. And let's get into the boxing match that's setting the world on fire right now. Fury versus Ngannou. Once again, we have MMA versus boxing. Now, me personally, I picked Fury to win this fight, and my prediction was correct. But the way he won the fight, the way one particular judge scored this fight, it was definitely suspect. So, this event was held in Saudi Arabia. They're trying to make this into, the new fight capital, the new home for boxing. It was a spectacle for the ages. You had literally damn near everybody you can name in there. It's like A-list celebrities were spotting left and right, everywhere you look. Mike Tyson was there. Eminem was there. Yeezy was there. Cristiano Ronaldo was there. It's like everywhere you look. They had I think they had Lil Baby there performing before the fight started. And then after that, the ring would come up from underground. Like it was just crazy. Giant LED boards, like the money they got over there is insane. Ring walk, the ring walk start, and oh my goodness, man, it was great to see Israel Adesanya and Kamaru Usman there with their brother Francis Ngannou. It was amazing to see. Fun fact, if you don't know, Eric Nixick coached Sean Strickland and guess what happened? He beat Israel Adesanya. He took his championship. So for Izzy to put that ego aside and back up his brother Ngannou, for Usman to come up off that loss to Hamzat Chimaev, and both of them to fly across the world to Saudi Arabia and back Ngannou, that's love right there. That's brotherhood right there. Big ups to the Three Kings, man. That's real shit. But with that being said, back to what I was saying with the ring walks. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad they were there back in Ngannou. But god damn, man, when I tell you these ring walks took forever, it felt like I was watching an Undertaker WrestleMania entrance. Like my goodness, it's like we're gonna have this commercial, then we're gonna have this commercial, we're gonna play this highlight, then we're gonna play this highlight, then we're gonna do this performance, we're gonna do this performance, we're gonna show this celebrity, we're gonna show this celebrity, and then we're gonna do this ring walk, we're gonna do this ring walk, we're gonna do 5, 10, 15, 20 national anthems. Like my goodness, get on with the fucking fight. And then the fight finally started. And Ngannou was looking good. Next thing you know, Fury goes down. Everyone's like, oh shit. Did that just happen? Did Fury just get dropped by Ngannou? Fury just got dropped by Ngannou. Yes, that just happened. Because all of us know, all of us in the MMA world, we know. Like y'all want to say how hard Deontay Wilder is. Like I'm a big fan of the Bronze Bomber. Bomb Squad. Like I love Deontay Wilder, man. But if we're talking about Power versus power, putting them side by side, bro. There is nobody that hits harder than Francis Ngannou. Nobody. And we in the MMA world knew that from the jump. And look what happened. He drops Fury, and who knows what would have happened if he would have kept landing that same punch over and over and over and over and over again. He wouldn't have not only went down, he would have stayed down and would have been out cold. But fight carries on. Fury started to find himself. Little jabs here and there, attack the body here and there. Ngannou with a couple answers, but slowly started to gas. But he still was holding his own. He did not give up. Not one round he did not give up. He stayed resilient. He put his hard hat on, and he kept fighting. This is the best performance we've seen from an MMA fighter in a boxing ring in ages. Because this is what I've been saying about the Jake Paul fights. They're so easy to predict. Like, with all due respect, they're so easy to predict. I loved these fighters when they were competing in MMA. But it's clear as day what Jake Paul is doing. He's a very intelligent businessman. He is handpicking his opponents. He is being strategic with it. He knows who he wants to box. They're easy to predict. Now, although Tommy Fury might not be the cream of the crop, he might not be the upper echelon, what did we say? When Jake Paul gets in there with an active boxer who knows what he's doing, he's going to get his ass whooped. And what happened? Tommy Fury did just that. Now imagine if he took it up a notch and fought somebody like Canelo. Imagine what would happen. Imagine what would happen. Or imagine if he would fought somebody that's I don't want to say washed, but somebody who you can still consider a high caliber MMA fighter. Imagine that. Same thing with Logan Paul. I mean, he fought. I'll give him a little bit of edge because he fought Mayweather. That takes some major cojones. He fought Mayweather. So I'll give him that. But outside of that, who has he fought? Most recent opponent, Dylan Dennis. He's an MMA fighter. And he's not even primarily a striker. He's a grappler. He's a grappler. If you put them on the mats, Dennis would work him. He would sub him in the first round probably. But what happens here? Fury gets in the ring with Ngannou. And what happens? What happens? Ngannou gives him a run for his money. Now you can say what you want. Oh, Fury looked off. Fury had an off night. Fury this, Fury that. Okay, cool. But why aren't we giving this respect to Ngannou? Because you got to keep in mind, although Ngannou has always loved boxing and he wanted to be a professional boxer growing up, his main sport is MMA. This is his debut boxing match. Where's his credit at? I don't want to hear the excuses. I understand. It may have caught Fury off guard, but I don't want the excuses, man. Because we're talking about a linear boxing world champion. Make sure y'all give y'all respect to Ngannou. Don't discredit that man. And that what's scary is that, like I said, it's his debut boxing match. Imagine how good Ngannou is going to be later on in his career if he stays within the boxing realm and he doesn't go back to MMA. Imagine. Imagine if Ngannou actually stays within boxing and works to become the champion. Like, he actually stays committed to this shit. And it's not a one and done type of deal. Just imagine. Imagine how he's going to look. It's crazy. You see the scorecards right here. Obviously, Fury edged him out. Ngannou dropped him. Iconic photo right here. Major respect to the photographers, man. I love combat sports photographers, man. This is a beautiful photo right here. Iconic. Put this shit in the rafters. You got right here. It may not be iconic as Ali. Um, it may not be iconic as Ali standing over Sonny Liston, but still, it's still an iconic photo nonetheless. Hang that shit up in the rafters for real. And look at post fight. Look at how Ngannou made Fury look post fight. Oh man. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get onto these scorecards, and then I'm gonna head out. Look at this. Look at how corrupt boxing is. This is why a lot of people are flocking to MMA. Now, don't get me wrong, MMA is fucking rigged too. I wouldn't say rigged, but it's definitely corrupt in some ways too. Like the judges in MMA can be fucking awful, but the judges in boxing are way, way, way worse. Look at this judging. So one judge scores it 94-95. They have Ngannou winning on their scorecard. One judge scores it 95-94. They have Fury winning on their scorecard. So all we need is one more even scorecard, and we could have a draw. We could potentially be having a draw. But guess what happened? This judge, Juan Carlos, I can't even read that handwriting, bro. You write worse than me, my guy. Yeah. I'm gonna just call him Juan Carlos. Okay, so Juan Carlos, look at what he scored the fight. Look at what he scored the fight. He scored it 96-93, and plus he had to scribble scrabble and cross something out on the Ngannou side. So he was already plotting from the jump. How do you score this 96-93? How bro, this is why a lot of people are flocking to MMA. Because one, how corrupt boxing is, and two, because a lot of the high profile boxers spend more time chirping on Twitter and they don't really want to fight. I mean, kudos to those who fight, kudos to those who are active, but a lot of them don't want to fight. This is why a lot of people are flocking to MMA. The judges and the fight activity. 96-93 is crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, we'll see what happens next. As you can see, December 23rd. They're trying to have Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury, and they're trying to hold that event in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Like I said, hey, they trying to do big business over there in Saudi Arabia. So we'll see what happens on December 23rd. But with that being said, huge shout out to Ngannou, went out there and handled business, and shout out to Fury for not backing down and taking the fight for the hardest hitter in combat sports. He took the fight. He didn't back out. Because a lot of you don't know that this was planned for a hot minute. This was planned for ages. I believe Fury had a fight at Wembley Stadium, and And Ngannou was in the ring, and he said, we're going to do it. We're gonna see who the baddest motherfucker is." Like this was planned for ages, man. And I'm happy that Fury, he didn't bitch out. He agreed to the terms. He said, "You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it." People were saying that he fumbled the bag. People were saying just so much. Now look what happened. Ngannou in one boxing match just made more money than his entire UFC career. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. In one boxing match, Ngannou made more money than he did in his entire UFC career. And this is why a lot of MMA fighters want these money boxing fights. It's not because boxing is better. No, no. It's because of the money. But hey, we'll see what's next in this beautiful world of combat sports. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and we out here. One love, God bless. See you in the next one. Peace.